Hey, friends, I want to continue the conversation from yesterday about how we can draw confidence in our faith by guarding what is ours. We were looking at Second Timothy chapter 1. This is the last writing that we would ever get from Paul, and he's writing to a pastor who's got some questions about his own faith, about his own ministry, his own life. And Paul is bringing strength to him. And he's bringing strength to him by reminding him of what God had put in him. If you read this passage, a big emphasis of his is that this is something that God has initiated, just like he said to the Philippians that if if God starts something, He'll finish it. And one of the ways that you and I can draw confidence is that we can draw confidence in the sovereignty of God. That if there's even a spark in us, that spark that He has in us, that God will finish it. God will complete it. So we can draw confidence in that. We can draw confidence by looking at other people's faith and seeing how they're, look at your mother, look at your grandmother, look at those around you and see their faith, and look at my faith and see how it's progressing. And so we can draw confidence with that. But one of the big things, and I think this is so helpful because I think it's like just doubly good, is that one of the ways that we draw confidence is not by shrinking back. It's not by, you know, putting our light under a bush, but it's by stepping out into the gifts that God has given us. So the things that God has entrusted with us are, and it's by the Spirit, are these gifts inside of us. And so, like what we said yesterday, that Paul's encouragement to him was to fan that into flame. For God has not given you a spirit of fear, something that would hold back, um, but something that would move forward and expect God's power to be available. That God would give you words to say, that God would make your ministry effective, and to be motivated by love and self-control and not fear. And so in guarding what we're talking about, in guarding what we have, oftentimes we think about like, oh, we get in self-protection mode and we have to draw back. But we know from the parable of talents, that's not how God sees what He gives us. So we don't protect what God gives us by hiding it. So the guy who buried the 1 talent, he got it taken away. He was in fear. He's like, "Oh God, I wanted to hold on to what you gave me. I wanted to protect it." But it was the person, the person with 2 talents who invested it. It was the person with 5 talents who invested it, who got the well done. And so, what I want to say to you in this season, what I want to say to us, is that one of the ways that we can draw confidence in our faith and move out and to be unafraid, to have the faith, to have the hope, is to love, is to work, is motivated by love, motivated by confidence in God. That if God began it, um, He will finish it. As it says in here, that He is going to guard it, and He's going to guard it as we move out in love and helping other people and blessing other people by using the gifts that we have. We're going to get confidence by not. He goes on to say, I don't live ashamed of this gospel. I live unashamed. And he's encouraging Timothy to live unashamed. So here's what I want to say to you, Christian. Let's live unashamed. Let's not live in fear. Let's live in love and passion. And let's expect that God is going to do good things as we move out, not motivated by protecting what we have, but moving out by using what we have, using the things that God has given us to love and bless other people. Love you guys.